Spotify just released a new report showing how adding video to your podcast not only helps more people discover your show, but even increases retention for audiences, meaning those viewers and listeners become faithful audience members. And for podcast creators, Spotify has released new metrics to let you know where people are finding your show to optimize your content. I'm going to explain the data from this video podcasting report and then help you add video to your podcast, showing how easy it is to record and edit in high quality. Spotify released this report on International Podcasting Day, and the first major insight is that 40% of users who streamed a new show chose video first. It's clear that video is a growing preference among Spotify users, and this isn't just Spotify. We recently did a video showing how Apple Podcast has actually declined and is the least used podcast platform, with YouTube being number 1 and Spotify being number 2. And the reason being is more and more people are consuming the video version of podcasts. Spotify also says they've seen an 88% surge in users consuming video podcasts just in the last year. This means almost half of people discovering new shows are choosing video first. But not only does video help discovery, it also means more returning listeners when there is video on a show. This is especially true of smaller shows with 10 to 100 monthly consumption hours. Listener retention is 26% higher compared to audio-only shows. This is a huge deal. We've talked a lot about video for discovery, but this means having a video component to your show means when someone discovers it, they're more likely to come back and consume future episodes. And like Spotify is saying, you don't have to be a large show to be successful with video podcasts. 26% more returning listeners when a show has video. So new audiences are choosing video first and staying around for more episodes longer when a podcast has video. And number 3, among younger audiences, ages 13 to 17, over 21% of total podcast consumption is dedicated to video shows. We've seen this data over and over from YouTube and Spotify. If you want to reach younger generations and demographics, having a video component is a key element. And that's not just in the United States, that's around the world. This graph shows multiple countries and how video consumption in total hours of podcasts consumed is increasing just in the last year. And older demographics as well, like between the ages of 25 and 44, are dedicating nearly 13% of their total podcast consumption to video shows. That means not only will video appeal to a younger audience, but you'll have more retention and discover new audience members in older demographics as well. And number 4, here's the best part. When you have a video component to your show, audiences don't have to pick one. They can go back and forth between video and audio. Spotify has found that 67% are switching between watching and listening as their day unfolds. They might watch a few minutes of your podcast while they're having lunch and then switch back to audio when they're at their desk and working. That's the great thing about having a video podcast on Spotify and YouTube, is that listeners or viewers can switch between either medium. But even more surprising, more than 70% of people consuming video shows watch them in the foreground, meaning they're giving undivided attention to your video podcast. This is a big deal for monetization as well. When you have sponsors and you can tell them I can show your product or service on screen and the audience is going to see it, that's a huge benefit. Just to show you an example, when someone goes into their Spotify app to watch or listen to a show, the video will automatically come up first. But they can just swipe that, then they can hide that into this Now Playing widget, and when they can swipe home, use their device, or even turn off their screen, it's playing in the background as audio. If they go back to the Spotify app and expand the Now Playing, now they're back to watching the show. That's how easy it is to switch between video and audio for your audience. This is also why you want to have your show on YouTube Music. When someone opens the YouTube Music app, they can go to a podcast, start playing an episode, and when they tap a new episode and start playing it, that video will pop up first, and they can just jump over to the audio-only version if they prefer that. Plus, they still get all the show notes and links that you've provided in your video description, timestamps and chapters as well. I know this may seem a little daunting, but I'm going to show you how to produce an entire video podcast easily and edit it super fast. But one more metric from Spotify that's actually new and you can access right now. If you log into podcasters.spotify.com, where you can manage your show in Spotify, there's a new Discovery tab under Analytics. This will tell you where people are finding your content. And as you can see, there's an overwhelming majority of new audience members finding my content in Spotify Home. The reason being, when someone's on their Home tab and goes over to Podcasts, there's actually a feed that helps people discover new shows, and when you have video, it will just start auto-playing right here on the Home tab. And if someone likes what they're hearing or seeing, they can tap the plus button to add this show to their library in just a second. You can also play audio clips here in the Home tab, but as you can see, having a video component to your show is much more engaging and will more likely stop someone in their scroll when they see the video. So if you already have a podcast or considering launching a new one, here's how you can add video and make it super easy and fast to both record and edit your content. I would start with this right here, your mobile device. You can actually use your iPhone and a Mac, and you get a high quality webcam built in, or you can use the Riverside app and record right on your phone, iPad, or Android device and get 4K video and high quality audio. I actually did an entire video talking about recording with an iPhone and the Riverside app, plus you can use USB microphones and external lights. You can check that video out right up here. Then to record your content, especially if you have remote guests or co-hosts, use Riverside. It's what I use every week to record my video podcast. You'll see all the past episodes here, and I can jump into record quickly and easily in just a few moments. Choose my camera, microphone, and speaker, click Join Studio. I can invite a remote guest by clicking this link right here, and when they join me in the studio, we can record high-quality video and audio. It's recorded locally to your computer, then uploaded to the Riverside dashboard for you to access later. You can also use screen shares, play files from the media board, and create engaging visual content right here in the studio. Plus, you can even live stream as you record to multiple destinations, do interactive lower thirds, bring in the chats from YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn all in one place. Plus, with the Live Studio add-on, you can remove the Riverside watermark and stream in full HD 1080p resolution. And when you're done recording, Riverside has so many tools to make the editing and promoting process super fast, like generating magic clips. This will create vertical videos from your long-form content so you can share that on social media in seconds. Plus, you can click Generate Episode, and AI will clean up the entire show, add animated captions, remove filler words and silences, and you're 90% of the way to having a full edited podcast. But I can also jump into the Riverside editor here, and now I can edit my content like I'm editing a Word document. Select words and phrases and click delete, and I've edited my video and audio. Plus, we lay out you and your guests or co-hosts side by side. We do that automatically, and our AI producer tools like Set Pace can remove the perfect amount of silence. We'll tell you how many pauses and how much time that saves. Smooth Speech removes filler words. Apply Magic Mute to make sure any track where someone's not speaking is totally muted so you don't hear background noise. And you can apply Magic Audio, which will make any microphone sound studio quality. Add a custom background image or logo. Add those animated captions, and you can even save your preset so you can design it once and then apply that captions template anytime in the future. We have image overlays built right here into the Riverside editor. Make them full screen, adding more visually engaging content, or upload your own images and slides to use throughout the recording. We also have text overlays, which is great for lower thirds, URLs, or sponsors. Then when you're ready, click the export button in the top right, and you can export up to 4K video and upload that to YouTube or Spotify. And you can also export an audio MP3 version for your podcast host. Then take that video file, upload it to your YouTube channel, and you can now add video to your Spotify episodes even when you host with a third-party podcast host. I have an entire video on that. You can check it out right up here. And don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button because we have lots of content on video podcasting to help get you started and grow your show. If you have any questions, leave comments below this video. I'll help you there. And if you want to learn about upgrading your setup, maybe your camera or microphone, or just how to use your mobile device the best way you can, check out this video right up here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.